Hey, what is up YouTube? It's Rob the Undead Gamer here, and I've not done like a vlog type, gamey type thing in like a while, so I'm going to do one right now. So last month, beginning of April, Shuei Yoshida, a Sony executive, had an interview with Edge Online in which he stated he'd hate to see all PS4 games be FPSs and or action orientated big huge games like that. The Sony exec also went on to say how he'd like to see a variety of different genres on the platform, which I can only say is a really good thing. And taking us back to February with the Sony's massive PlayStation 4 announcement thing that they did, the fact that they showed the game Knack off first, which is being developed by Sony's owned studio Japan, which is a game that isn't really pushing any boundaries or pushing any showing off the real graphical features of the PlayStation 4. It doesn't really push it to its limit. But the fact that they showed it off first, the small little sort of adventure platformy type game, which Yoshida mentioned is the PlayStation 4's call to Crash Bandicoot, which kind of made me think, well, why don't you bring back Crash Bandicoot? That'd sell. But yes, the fact that they showed Knack off first, and before they showed off the big sort of heavy hitter blockbuster type titles such as the new Killzone and Infamous, is kind of a bit of a statement, I think, from Sony, and really backs up what Yoshida has said, which he'd hate to see all PlayStation games being FPSs. And to be honest, I couldn't agree more with Yoshida. I think especially this generation has been just cluttered with first-person shooters and action games, and games like Call of Duty that have just been following the similar sort of formula because they know it sells. Too many games this generation have been like, you know, guns, violence, shooting, explosions, death, action. And it's not really left a lot of room for other developers of other games, of other genres, really to sort of thrive or really be as successful as these Call of Duty type games have been. I mean, I think the only reason that other genres like puzzles, platformers, strategy games, and all sorts of different types of genres have thrived, or the only reason they've stayed alive, is simply due to the fact of indie developers. The indie market has been really great, you know, with Steam having a great indie market, Xbox Live Arcade and indie markets, the PlayStation Network, and you know, we've had some really great successful indie games from these marketplaces, such as Journey for the PlayStation 3, thinking of others like Super Meat Boy, games like that have really sort of taken off. But again, they've not reached the same heights and success as all these big blockbuster action type games, which is really quite sad. But I suppose without the indie market, these genres wouldn't have survived. So hopefully with this big statement from Sony and Yoshida, hopefully more developers will be attracted to develop games for the PlayStation 4, and hopefully more developers will be more willing to take risks and create games of different genres that aren't following this action shooter Call of Duty style sort of formula which they know sells. I think it's appalling that this generation has allowed that to be the sort of norm and be a formula that every developer should choose to go ahead with just because they know it sells. We need to be seeing more genres. And obviously there's been genres of, you know, lots of different genres this generation, but they've never done as successful, or they've never had really the sort of public following as games like Call of Duty have, and these big action games. You know, we've had RPGs, we've had strategy games, we've had platformers and all that, but they've never done as well publicly, or had as much advertising really, or had as much sort of exposure as these big action games have. What I'd love to see in the next generation for both PlayStation 4 and hopefully the new Xbox, if they've got their head switched on right, is that we see lots of different titles, lots of different games, lots of different genres, a lot of variety and choice for gamers to choose from, and a lot more success for different games. It shouldn't just be games like Call of Duty winning awards. I mean, obviously we had Journey win a music BAFTA for its amazing soundtrack, and I think it won a BAFTA for the actual game as well itself, because that is such a beautiful game. And we need to really see more games like that, but with bigger budgets, you know, sort of better advertising, and games like that that do really, really well and have got huge followings. So I've got a lot of hopes for the next generation of gaming consoles, and especially PlayStation 4, which at the moment by far is just winning the console sort of battle at the moment. I mean, obviously we've not had an official Xbox announcement, but we will have soon on the 26th of May, I think it is, or the 6th of May, or the 16th. I could have sworn it had a 6 in it, but it didn't. It's the 21st of May, in which we will see Xbox reveal its, or Microsoft reveal its new Xbox console. But from the rumours of Xbox, it's not been really looking too pretty, and really has been quite a sort of turn off, and you'd stay away, new Xbox. But definitely what Sony is saying and PlayStation 4 are trying to do is looking really promising for gaming. I think Xbox is going to probably stick with the same sort of gaming formula. It's going to be sort of Call of Duty fanboys and stuff again, as well as Xbox being this huge, massive home entertainment system. I definitely think PlayStation 4 is going to win it for the gamers, real gamers, that is. And yeah, I've got high hopes, but obviously we won't know until the 21st of May. But yes, anyway, what do you guys think about what Sony executive Shuei Yoshida said about PlayStation 4 and action games for FPSs? I mean, obviously we'd like to see those games and genres on the new console, but just not as many. But yes, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this? Do you agree like myself, or do you disagree? Whatever you think, please leave your comments in the comments down below, because I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. And please like and favourite if you really like the video. But yeah, it's been good to do one of these gaming vlogs again. It's been a while, and I'd just like to thank you all for watching. And if you are one of my 69 subscribers, thank you so much for staying with me for a while. It's probably been like half a year now, I think, and I'd just like to thank you guys for watching, and please stay tuned for more. I've got loads more content coming your way, gaming and all sorts of business going on. And if you're new and you'd like to see more, either vlogs, gameplay, I've got some new Let's Plays planned, which are coming up soon. Why don't you go over and click that subscribe button, because that would really help me out, and I'd love your face forever. So yeah, as always guys, I'm Rob the Undead Gamer, and thank you for watching. Catch you next time.